Hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. It's flag time. Day 5. We're in day 5. January 5th, 2020. Feels like I've lived already a lifetime in this month. So today was a bit of a different day. I had a bit of a technical difficulty. First massive breakdown. I didn't upload my video from yesterday. I didn't upload yesterday's video yesterday because my internet was too slow and it didn't upload fast enough, and it literally took me from 8 p.m. I started uploading and it finished at around about 2 today. So I don't do maths that well, so however many hours that is. That's unfortunately my third breakdown, which meant that I couldn't do my morning routine properly because I had to stay here where my Wi-Fi was until it uploaded. So then I had to start my morning routine late and my whole day was out. But we didn't get negative about it. We took advantage of the situation and we still got some of our stuff done. So the list is more or less almost finished. I've still got to go to the gym later today and upload this video, hopefully. So that's still pretty much more or less finished. Also, something I actually want to talk to you guys about is a book that I started reading because we're in week 2. So that means we've got to read book a week. So second book. Week 2, book 2. I started reading the book Attached by Dr. something. Oh, now I've forgotten the name of the people, the authors. I'm so sorry. I will put the name and the authors in the description for you guys. But basically it's a book about attachment styles. And holy moly, has it been an eye-opener for my relationship. So this year I'm really, as I said, really focusing on the love, connection, giving, and abundance for the year, which really is a nice way of saying I'm really focusing on my relationships, not just romantically, but with friends and family, and, you know, really growing a network of people, because that's really important to me. And I came to that realization through a theory that I kind of created myself, which I will talk to you guys a little bit later on once I've worked on it and cleared it and clarified it for myself. And I'll share it with you guys, so maybe it will help you kind of get unstuck. But that is still TBC, to be confirmed. But once I decided to work on that, I started reading books on, you know, relationships, communication, all of that kind of stuff. And this really opened my eyes. So there are supposed to be 3 different attachment styles: secure. They're all the healthy people that are totally normal. There's nothing weird about them. Not to say that the other 2 aren't normal, but the secure ones are more of the like middle ground. They're pretty flatline. And apparently they're half of our population. So most of you guys are actually all G. You're actually fine. You're quite stable. Nothing's too up or down. You know, it's just kind of like, kind of chill. And then there's the anxious attachment style. They're the type of people that you'll probably see are a little bit more involved in the relationship. They're really kind of more clingy. They really kind of obsess about the relationship a lot more. They kind of are really, you know, I guess anxious like in the relationship, and they often think that there's something wrong with them, and you know the types. And then there's so they make up 20% of the population. And then there's avoidant. Now, they're the ones that most people would probably want to avoid. Not to say that they're mean people or anything like that, but they just really don't work in relationships, mainly because they're the ones that like to keep people at an arm's length. If you've ever been with an avoidant, you'll know that you get really kind of mixed messages from them. They'll kind of be like, I really like you, but then they do stuff that is not really proving that. It's kind of like they'll like you one day, then they won't talk to you for a week, or they'll kind of be uncomfortable about, feelings and emotions, and they just basically struggle with commitment, and they're the ones that are always finding fault with the relationship, like, oh, it starts off good, but now this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong, so now we've got to end it because that's not my ideal type, and they always seem to have a type, and all that kind of stuff. They make up 25% of the population, so actually a little bit more than anxious. And then the rest, the remaining 5 or so percent, are actually anxious/avoidant. So they're both, and so they're obviously quite rare, as you can tell from the 5% of the population. Something I learned today, I am that one. I am the anxious avoidant, which makes so much sense. And I learned a lot today from reading this book. I'm almost halfway through. How being an avoidant person really, if you are an avoidant, and you're really uncomfortable, with getting close to people, if you're really uncomfortable with feelings, and going through what I went through last year, learning about emotions and how important they are to really guide you in life, how important they are for your health. Not keeping things in is so toxic for you. And being able to actually just feel your feelings and understand what's going on while it's happening is so helpful to you and to the people around you. Being an avoidant really is a death sentence. You're essentially cutting off the one thing that is one of the most important things to a human to survive, and that's love and connection. And I, reading that, really, really got that, over the past how many years of my life, by sometimes leaning into my avoidant side, I'm cutting off my own oxygen and basically killing myself off. And yeah, okay, it is a little bit uncomfortable, talking about your feelings and feeling your feelings. There's absolutely going to be pain there that we need to deal with. I had to deal with a lot of pain last year. I had to come to terms with a lot of mistakes that I've made, a lot of wrongdoings, a lot of bad emotions that I've made people feel over the years through all my relationships, really understand who I am, who I'm not, what I stand for, what I don't stand for. And once you come to terms with that and you really acknowledge yourself and you're like, hey, I have feelings, I have needs, I don't have to suppress this all. When I have a feeling, it's not bad. Like, yeah, okay, I'm mad at something, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That shows you something, that's guiding you, that's giving you a little hint, clue about the situation that you're in. Speaking with my therapist, she put it really well that, when you're in a job and you come in and you start having panic attacks, or you're feeling angry or upset or whatever, that's a cue that something's not right, that you should probably look into that, and something needs to change so that you can equalize, and you can go back to your, happy medium state, So something I'd love to, I guess, get across is to any fellow avoidant like me, who just basically doesn't want a bar of it. Yeah, it's going to suck, and you're probably going to be really uncomfortable, and you're going to get panicky and tense, and you're going to feel like you are threatened, and you're going to freak out, and it's going to be like uncomfortably, unbearably horrible at first. But then when you let someone in, and then you let your emotions and needs out, and you realize that actually I'm happier. I'm actually happier now that this person is happy around me. Like I'm happier that I've got the connections, I've got all of this happening. You start relaxing a little bit and coming into the middle more, into the secure state, you know, where you're like, I actually need people to succeed in life. You know, that's what networking is all about. It's when you, particularly when you're an entrepreneur, you know, they always talk about you can't make it by yourself. You know, you can try, but it's really hard. It's really hard to get anywhere without, you know, help or people or a team. You know, it's how humans made it. We made it as a tribe. So for anyone that's an avoidant like me, I really suggest having a hard look at that and really leaning into the uncomfortable and really, first and foremost, acknowledging yourself and your needs and your feelings, because it's so okay. If you're sad, depressed, anxious, angry, whatever it is, whatever negative feeling you're feeling is actually so okay, and you need to feel it and you need to let it go. And then understand that everyone else just wants to help you, and you are going to feel so much better with other people helping you. It doesn't mean that you're weak, it doesn't mean anything at all. In fact, it takes a lot to be vulnerable enough to let someone else in and then do something with someone. That is so much harder than just doing it by yourself. So if anything, you're actually a lot stronger as a person. So yeah, that's my little learning for the day and my little breakdown, which we didn't let get to us. We still powered through our routine. Also, day 2, no sugar, carbs, no carbs, no sugar. I had a massive headache last night, huge. The withdrawals from the sugar, oh my God. It was horrific. I feel a lot better today. Woke up without a cold, stuffy nose, symptoms, nothing. No sore throat, no stuffy nose, didn't feel like a balloon. It was great. Guys, highly suggest toning down on the sugar, but that's just my opinion, but just based off my symptoms. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I've taken that back out again. I feel like a human being, like I can breathe. But yeah, guys, just acknowledge yourself. My message for today is just love yourselves, okay? You are absolutely perfect the way that you are. You matter. Your feelings matter. Listen to yourselves. Listen to how you feel, because that is going to be your best guide, and you are going to be the happiest person if you do what you feel is right for you, irregardless of what you should, because what you should might not be right for you, and you know it deep down anyway, and you'll be miserable. So do yourselves a favor, please. Love yourselves, love yourself, love yourselves. That's it. That's all I got for today. We kicked the goals. We got through the technological issues. Hopefully this video will upload today. No, I'm not saying you guys are losers. Sorry, that's not really, I don't know what that was. And just have a listen to yourselves, you know. If you don't feel safe talking to other people about your feelings, just talk to yourself. Everyone does it. I already told you guys. Everyone talks to themselves. Have a chat to yourself. You know, I ask myself, Dasha, what am I feeling right now? How do I feel, you know? Get to know yourselves. It's so important. Then you can let other people in, and everyone can be one big fappy? That's not what I meant. Happy family, and everyone can love each other and be amazing. Okay, cool. That's it. That's all I got. All right, bye. Talk tomorrow.